I'm Lisa Krikowa, founder and designer of Krikowa Jewelry Designs. Today we're going to be talking about how to determine your ring size. It's very important when you go to purchase your wedding or engagement rings that you find out what a very good ring size is for you. Some of the things that affect how a ring fits is how wide it is, how top heavy it is, and how many you're going to be stacking on your finger. So we'll start with wedding bands. For a wedding band, you want to have a ring that slides on nicely, like this, and that you actually have to shimmy a little bit to get off. Now what happens in the winter, your hands are colder. In the summer, your hands are hotter, and there's some swelling and shrinkage that happens with your hands. So there is some variation to how a ring will fit throughout the course of a year. And so what you want to do is try and find a size that's going to fit the best for the most of the year. So at some points in the hottest of the summer, your ring may feel really snug, and at some points in the coldest of the winter, your ring may feel quite loose. One thing that you want to do when you're picking your size is a cold water test with the ring. And what this is basically is wearing a ring either in a swimming pool or putting it in some cold water and shaking it around and just making sure that you don't go with the size that actually comes off when your hand is super cold. So what we do at Krikowa to help you determine your ring size is we have a selection of sizing rings. So right here, this is our full set of sizing rings for a size 7.5, which is my ring size. If, say, you're getting an engagement ring that is 4 millimeters wide, which is this ring, and you're stacking it with a wedding band that's 2 millimeters wide, which is this ring, we're going to be sending you a set of these two rings so that you can wear them for a couple of days and make sure that that really is the best size for you. And the reason why we ask you to wear it for a full day or two is because also through the course of a day, your finger is going to shrink and swell. And so it's nice to know that you kind of pick a size that's the best average. And the other thing that affects how it's going to fit is the width. So if you end up going with just a single ring that's very narrow and top heavy, you may end up going with a size smaller. For me, for instance, for this 2 millimeter ring, if this had a top, this is pretty loose. So I would probably end up going with a 7 or a 7.25. If, however, you go with a wide band, this is an 8 millimeter band, that's going to fit more snugly. So the wider the ring is, you may end up going up a little bit in size. For a wedding band, they can, as long as the pattern or whatever is on the wedding ring goes all the way around. In other words, it's an eternity style wedding band. So it can spin freely. You can be a little looser. If you have but a ring with the top on it, whether it's an engagement ring or a wedding band with the pattern that's just on one side, you're going to want it to be a little bit more snug so that it doesn't spin as much. Well, that's what we have for you today in determining your ring size. Please feel free to call us at 888-KRIKOWA or email us, and we are happy to answer any more questions that you have. If you enjoyed this video, click like, and we'll see you next time.